Welcome to Kinect for Xbox 360. The story behind the experience. A show about a brand new technology called Kinect and what it means to you and your experience with entertainment. Kinect for Xbox 360 is a brand new innovation that allows your body and your voice to be recognized by Xbox 360 to engage games and entertainment. That means no controller, no wand, nothing to hold, to wear, or to touch. It's just you and your body as the controller, making this truly interactive entertainment. This show is an opportunity to see what it means to you. From a look at the advanced science behind Kinect that tracks a person's body, to what it means for the future of entertainment.
Xbox, play.
It's a glimpse behind the scenes where we hear from creators of Kinect and get a chance to visit with some of the lead designers and directors from a variety of the new entertainment experiences and games. And this is a chance to hear from real people and families who use Kinect for the first time during exclusive in-home previews.
It basically senses your movement, your hand gestures, and your body movement.
Set it up, and just immediately we got to have fun. There was really no learning curve. We just jumped right in, and that's all we needed to know.
I mean, just like playing real ping pong, with the same mental expectation on the game that you would have in real life. I'm just really impressed at how accurate and responsive it is.
When there's a remote, you kind of have to remember which button lets you do which thing. Yeah. And here you can just do what you want.
People who might have thought that all video games are not good for their kids, they see this and it shows that there are good things and they're getting active. It's just fun for the whole family.
When a company famous for their music games saw Kinect, they partnered with MTV to take music and dance to a brand new interactive level. But most describe it as just pure fun.
Harmonix was founded as a music company first and a game company second. For us, the video games are very much the means to the end. The end is inventing new ways for people to connect with music or experience music or engage with music that they love. In this case, we want to connect people to music through dance in a very new way. The way that people have expressed themselves to the machine is through pressing buttons with their fingers and thumbs. Even with the music games that we've created instruments that are, for the most part, buttons shaped like instruments. But the channel that we're opening up with Kinect gives the machine awareness of everything that they're doing with their entire bodies.
We had an ability to really understand the nuanced movement in true choreography.
You're learning choreography. You're not following a character on screen and just trying to keep up. Like, we break everything down for you to learn like you're in a dance class.
And all of a sudden you're like, I'm moving to this choreography and I'm getting it and it's simple and it connects with me.
It's on.
Just having fun and some moves and learning and competing.
I like how they had good songs in the dancing one too, because it's kind of more fun when you can sing along with it.
I could see it having a lot of teenagers over here. I think it's a workout. It's a way to learn dance moves. It was fun watching the kids get into it.
I love music to begin with, so the fact that you could pick what you want and learn as you go and that you can, have fun and be silly.
A lot of people aren't natural dancers, meaning they're not eager to get on the dance floor. That inhibition was something that we knew we had to overcome. So I think that the big excitement for us now is watching that wall come tumbling down.
Yeah, with my dad, and it was obviously embarrassing.
I wish I could say it's something that I practice, but it's a natural thing.
What's the most creatively energizing is just being able to imagine that as a result of us making this game, millions of people who are not dancing right now will be dancing and having a joyful musical experience that they wouldn't have been having otherwise.
You might notice a common theme: full body motion where you are the controller. All Kinect experiences key on this principle. So what about an idea that takes that and makes it about you and your fitness? A way to see yourself and your performance. To have a personal representation and even a personal trainer right in your living room. In Montreal, Quebec, Ubisoft has developed one of the first truly interactive fitness experiences.
Developing a fitness game on Kinect made total sense. It's really you in the game,
Through what we call the player projection, you can see yourself in the game, because seeing yourself is important to basically improve the way you move, to correct your movements. So that's the first thing that we can do with Kinect. The second thing is what we call the skeletal tracking. We can track any of your movements, and we can give you relevant feedback over all of your movements in real time, so that you can improve the way you work out. It's like a personal coach in your living room.
Just kind of trying to figure out my caloric intake and what I'm burning on a daily basis, and based on my body type and what kind of workout I'm doing, and to have something do that automatically kind of for you, that already sense my body and program that in there, you can actually use it as a tool to help your fitness.
The level of interaction that you get, the way it tracks your movements, the way it responds to your movements is something that you've never seen before.
So what about engaging and teaching our children? Story and action that is exciting and easy for kids, but at the same time, entertaining for the whole family. Well, Frontier Studios in England has developed an active story game that combines story and a sweet sense of adventure.
We've been lucky enough to be working with this technology for around 2 years now. And we've made a game called Kinectimals, which is all about falling in love with an animal.
Oh, is that nice, cute, or what?
You go through, explore an island, doing all sorts of things, from throwing things to the animals to fetch, stroking it, finding new places. But most importantly, you're doing it without a controller, with none of that barrier. We've tried to aim for a very broad audience. It can include families, so particularly so that kids can play. And one of the problems with writing a game that kids can play is a whole daunting array of controls to learn. One of the great things with Kinect is those controls are now gone.
Girls were playing with one of their animals, so the ball's on the right-hand side, rally it on the right, comes to your left, make sure you use your left hand, teaching them coordination.
The cat comes up to you, you just stroke it with your hands, and you see your hands on the screen. It feels very natural. When you experience it, it feels so unbelievably real, what you're doing, that it sort of becomes part of your world. To get that suspension of disbelief, that believability, that engagement, you want as few barriers between you as possible. And Kinect gives us a sort of whole new set of paintbrushes for an artist, that you can create new experiences, new ways of exploring a world, or in fact possibly even new worlds to explore, that I think we've only really scratched the surface of what we can do here.
These creators and families show that fun is universal. Let's see how Kinect is moving around the world with global momentum.
You're right in the heart of Covent Garden, so right in the central hub of London. We're here because we want to give people a chance to try this technology. You can describe it to somebody, but until they actually see it, it just doesn't come to life.
Putting your hands out there, you're turning left, right, you're turbo boosting.
Pretty easy to jump into. You don't need to teach anyone the controls and stuff.
Now I'm sweating like that I was there. I was there running and jumping.
I think the consumers in Japan have changed a bit. What they value is not the technology, but the experience. And all they have to do is step in front of the sensor and wave your hand. And that's the magic moment. And from there on, a whole new experience begins.
It was an exciting moment when I saw the Kinect technology for the first time, because I realized my body movement could be traced very accurately to the screen.
You play with your body, you can express yourself in the game. It's just a wonderful concept.
It's exhilarating. Definitely more active, get off the couch kind of mentality.
I would say buy it, play it for hours on end. It was really fun.
But I think it's an actual workout, and I don't go to a gym, so it's something I could do at home.
Absolutely fantastic dance workout. 0 to 1 to 1,000, 1,000.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. It's very exciting, and it's more thoughtful than you expect it to be.
Jumping and ducking and moving left and right, it was a lot of fun.
You know, anything that gets people up and moving around together is great.
We're all a little bit different. We all have different cultural tastes and approaches and attitudes.
Nice.
But fundamentally, we all want to have fun. We all want to do things with our family and our friends. We all want a non-intimidating, easy to step in, fun experience. Everybody can step in front of this. Nobody really needs to understand anything. It's the language of fun, and that is just marvelous.
Families find different ways to enjoy Kinect.
right after school if there's homework and there's dinner, and then we sometimes have to get back on the laptop and continue to work. So the technology and this facet is really great because we are able to just really focus on the family and help the family come back together as one outside of the dinner table. I think the girls really enjoyed it because they like to get involved and move around, and their whole bodies were able to connect with the game.
You bridge the gap because the kids play all these games, and so you can get in there and play with them. When you're not playing, you're still involved.
Go up.
You get caught up in it, and that's a good thing. It's not like you're waiting for your turn.
And so we all were able to connect together and really have a good time, just spending some time as a family.
What did the Ferry family have to say about their first interaction with Kinect?
It's like a throwback to old games like Twister, where everybody in the family gets involved and you're active and you're...
There you go! Some of them you had to work together, and some of them where you try and beat your opponent. Just to be able to yell out, and you really had to work together.
A lot harder to work together because you have to be like synchronized. This way.
Plus, you don't feel like you're a couch junkie where you're just sitting around. This is actually very interactive and engaging. I was seeing a smile on my kids the entire time.
How does the family of a past NBA superstar experience Kinect?
We're more competitive here. We want to win. All of us.
And we cheer each one of us on, so.
At times. In our house, we play for stuff.
If you lose,
if you lose, you got to pay up.
Bet 15 push-ups.
Okay, we can do that. Bet that. Can you do that?
I like the sports games. Playing volleyball with my brother, and we're playing together against other people.
Myself, I think I like to run it. Where you're getting up your high knees. They're gonna move their body, they're gonna move their muscles. I like that.
the reason why I don't play with the controller is because I don't know what to do. He'll tell me, Mom, just push the X or push. I don't have time for it, so I have never even played on a controller before. So this here, I'll play this all day because I don't have to use anything but my body. You just get in there and do it.
It's just like the real bowling game because I do the same thing. I'll be getting into it, and when I get it right in the middle, I'm gonna sling my arm, kick my legs, and I'm gonna do everything. And I think that's why it's gonna be better for a parent because they're gonna know how to play because it's like the real thing. No controllers, man. When you can do it like that, that's nice.
Teenagers, too, are getting together with Kinect.
I think it's an opportunity for a more social video game versus just like sitting around and everybody just playing. I think it's more of an opportunity for like a exactly because it's an interactive experience.
When you're with all your friends, this is better because you're interacting and being more competitive with each other.
You're watching your friends like their movements and how they're interacting.
If you finish playing a game, you can just walk off to the side and someone else steps in right in front of the TV.
It's on.
And it immediately picks them up.
You raise your hands and you're in the game. It takes no time at all.
There's people that play video games more than others, like Sky, for example. And you know, if we were to sit down with a video game where it involved like a controller or something, I think it'd be really uneven.
I think if I put enough effort and time and practice, I could definitely get a perfect game. There's no question in my mind that it wouldn't happen.
Always good when you can find something that the whole family can do together.
You know, in certain ways, when you have like a larger kid like Tyler and Bella competing against each other, it's more of an equal playing field. It makes it a lot easier to compete with each other.
If I'm playing with her, like if we're on the soccer field or something, playing a game outside, my skill level is gonna be a lot better than hers. And so this game kind of equals it out. And so it's not like who can hit the hardest or kick the farthest, since it's pretty equal.
We try to play board games, which are great, but still, the ones that interest Bella probably don't interest Tyler as much, so that's always a huge challenge. So this is fun.
Kinect brings a revolution in entertainment. It introduces controller-free movement, new games, new entertainment experiences, and new ways to be together.
To me, the most compelling thing about Kinect
is really just the fun and joy that it brings into people's houses.
It becomes fun, it becomes natural, it becomes intuitive. It's making technology work for us versus us having to work to use technology.
The beginning of something that is this new method of telling stories, new methods of entertaining people, is really the heart of what Kinect is about.
It is transitioning science fiction into science reality. The science fiction writers are going to have to start thinking more creatively because a lot of their interactions are available today. I think we have barely begun to see what's possible.